What is up, everybody? Welcome to Battle of the Americas number 7. You guys, that is what you are watching right now as we speak. I'm Yodaslim, and of course with me is the one and only Light VIP. How's it going?
It's going good. This is probably the biggest bracket we've seen for Battle of the Americas.
Yeah. It's definitely the most interesting last-minute signups.
Yeah, we've got a lot of what looks like amateur players, but at the same time, we've got a lot of pros sign up that we haven't seen before, which is always exciting to see.
Yeah, it's been happening like every week. I feel like there's just like a random really dope player that shows up and plays.
Yeah.
It keeps happening every week.
Hopefully we get a little bit more consistency, because it feels like every week, like Eric signs up randomly, and then this week he's not here. But
week. Someone signed up last week that was really random but cool.
Jig signed up last week.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Speaking of, he's currently playing in a different tournament right now. He's playing in the what's it called? It's like a colleague. I think it's like a company versus something like that. Yeah. So unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. Otherwise, it would have been great to have seen him. But we've got a pretty big Latin American turnout today, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the bracket. I just wonder who's gonna make it. I really don't know now.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know who's gonna face Cham in the finals.
Yeah, that's the way to put it. Who's gonna go up against Cham? That's the big question.
Who gets their shot at Cham this week?
Yeah, because it's kind of up in the air, because this is one of the few weeks where Pure Legacy isn't here. And true. He's been in the finals, 3 weeks in a row already, trying to take down Cham. But this time, I don't know. Could be anyone.
Yeah, it's not anyone's game, but it's anyone's chance against Cham right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll see. We just gotta figure it out here. I think Cham, who's he gonna meet up in the bracket? Because who would be his most competition? I think in the lower bracket, not facing until the semifinals. Carlo, who else is down there? Yeah, that's really all. TerraN, yeah, duh. TerraN's in there. TerraN in the lower bracket. So yeah, TerraN has a good shot at going up against Cham, because he's in the lower bracket. Not the lower bracket, but the bracket kind of separated from facing Cham early on.
Yeah.
Or even semifinals.
Can you turn up your mic a little bit? Letting us know.
Is that good?
Oh my god.
Too loud.
It could be good. Hold on.
It could be good.
Yeah, it is quite loud. If you can find a midpoint between what you were and what you are.
I don't know, right there. Is that decent?
Yeah?
Too loud?
No. We'll work with it.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll adjust as we go on. But we have a pretty sick matchup for you to start with. Unfortunately, TerraN is a little bit late, but we have a Brazil versus Brazil matchup ready for you.
Yeah.
And this is a matchup, this is a series where both of these players, I believe it's their first time playing in this tournament.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty cool. Brazil's out here now, doing a lot for the StarCraft scene. They're pretty dominant in this tournament now. I wouldn't say dominant as winning, but they show up every week. There's some Brazilian players showing up.
Yeah. And it's
pretty cool.
I mean, it's also cool that we have we have a Brazilian stream, a Brazilian cast as well, right? So their community is coming together for this, which is
they got a scene out there now, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little bit of a shame that we have kind of a quote unquote team kill so early on. They're just meeting each other straight away. But this sometimes it's a bit rough like that. Especially because it's not double limb today, right?
It could be like, you know, who gets to represent.
Exactly.
They might be fighting a little bit harder now.
It's like, all right, which one of us is going to go up against Cham? Basically, kind of, you know, like.
Yeah. Who gets to face Cham today? Ephemeron LE is the first map. That's pretty cool. I like this map.
And that it is. The players are ready. We're loading into game number 1. All right.
It's going to be the favorite matchup to watch here. Zerg versus TerraN.
That it is. And here we have the first player representing Brazil, as well as the Zerg race and team The Bad. It's a pretty sick logo down there. We have TheZergLord.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, he is yellow today. He is coming to you from Brazil, playing for Black Knight Gaming. It is none other than TerraN. The name speaks for itself. The TerraN player named TerraN.
The Zerg player called TheZergLord.
The Zerg player called Lord. Lord for short.
I don't know what it is about these Brazilian players, but you know what? Like, at least when we talk about them, we know like who we're talking about. Like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You never get it mixed up. The Zerg in yellow, like, nah, you can't get it mixed up here.
Yeah. I like it. It's good. But yeah, so far, again, we don't really know, at least here on this channel, we don't really know much about these two players. We didn't really get to see them in Copa America last season. And yeah, we didn't get to see them in Sentimental Latino, and now we're finally seeing them here in Battle of the Americas. So, you know, we'll get to see a little bit about how they like to play, you know, if anyone's like cheesy or anything like that.
Yeah.
So far, pretty standard.
Yeah, I hope it's a standard game, because honestly, I would like to see how this plays out in a long-term game. I'm not hoping every game is like a 45-minute game, you know? But one long game would be cool.
Yeah, especially like a TvZ, right? It's like...
Yeah, exactly. If there's one matchup I'm okay with it going into the late game, it's a TvZ. I want to see some Ultralisks come in for the win.
Yep. And we do have TheZergLord looking for some proxies with that drone, you know, being careful before he gets his third. So, pretty macro focused, I should say.
Yeah. TheZergLord getting the queens out. We're going to do the dance here.
Yep.
This is the first official test of them playing each other. Like, all right, this is where we start. That ling's getting pretty low. That ling's getting pretty... Oh, God. Oh, see, that was a test. It's just like... tested the waters. You're like, okay, this is how the game's gonna go.
Yeah. Fortunately,
might completely throw off TheZergLord.
Yeah. TerraN, he always trying to get the creep tumor, but doesn't get it in the end.
That was pretty good for TerraN there. He definitely spooked TheZergLord on that creep tumor.
Yeah, and he does confirm that the third is down. You know, he didn't get to deny it, unfortunately, because of the opening that TheZergLord went for.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't know if it was worth it to not deny the third.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get caught out right here.
Yeah.
Oh, he got out alive. What an animal.
So close.
TerraN just GG.
Meanwhile, we've got a 1-1-1 here coming down from TerraN, and oh, okay. Liberators.
Interesting. Maybe in a Cloak Banshee.
Yeah, maybe. I like it. It's I'm glad we're not seeing some BCs. Like,
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get. Oh, he almost got both creep trimmers. Oh, he does.
Ooh, he does. That's bad.
Wow.
That's not the best thing to happen.
And he's gonna be coming in, but there aren't any drones here, so just poking in and seeing what he can get done.
There's also no creep attaching the two bases. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Really get a long walk back.
Really nice creep denial from TerraN.
Yeah.
But it does look like we will be seeing bio coming out from TerraN, as he is getting stim. It is getting scouted as well by this Overlord. So, you know, both players know what's going on, which is quite nice.
Perfect scout timing. I believe it's like 420, 425 that you go in and scout.
Yeah.
With the Overlord to see what the tech is and whatnot. He's putting down 2 more barracks, so definitely gonna go heavy on the bio. Baneling Nest going down here for the ZergLord.
Yeah, and TerraN, he's trying to poke in with these Hellions, not really quite getting an angle. At the same time, the Liberator does siege up.
Ooh, if you lose that Liberator, that'd be bad, though. He's supposed to just harass with this, I guess, until the Marine army is ready.
Yeah.
His defense is strong enough.
At the same time, TerraN, he's trying to find an angle. The Liberator does go down in the end, though. Oh, but the Hellions get in. Oh.
Ooh, nice. He did get 3 drones right before with the Liberator, I think.
Yeah.
And then, I guess 2 more, however many more right now with the Hellions.
Yeah, these queens a little bit off of creep, though, so it's going to be a while, so there could be an opening, but...
You got a good amount of links there.
yeah, he doesn't go for it in the end. He's just
he
trying,
has enough links to surround it and just hold off until the queens do show up.
Yeah, yeah.
Good defense here so far. Really just taking some attention away from his build, I guess.
Yeah.
For an entry. Because at the end of the day, these units pretty much are useless besides just poking and prodding.
Yeah, yeah, besides, like, somehow slipping in and getting all this, like, drone damage done. Which, you know, we kind of spoke about him earlier, but it's something that Pure Legacy just time and time again would do, right? He, like, constantly, every single game, like, he would just, like, YOLO his Hellions in and get, like, an entire drone line, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you're always hoping for with those units.
Oh, okay. We have something...
Interesting choice.
Are we gonna see Lingbane Muta? Is that what we're gonna see?
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, looks like he's going for a move out. He has enough lings. He needs to make some Banes though. Does he have any Banes yet?
Does he have a Baneling Nest?
Nope, yeah, he has a Baneling Nest.
Okay. But yeah, he's morphing them a little bit late. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be at his 4th in time to protect it. It looks like TerraN is gonna just run right into it, and he
doesn't even have creep over there, so it's gonna be hard to roll the Banelings in.
Yeah,
he's making 28 lings right now, so he's probably gonna have to just throw all these lings away. No, I just cancel.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, but he's gonna go for
not
it.
The lings in the front. No, okay, he's just trying to make him fall back a little.
Well, the transfuses are pretty good, but there are 2 tanks here, and they're in such a hard position.
Like, as soon as he pulled up, he should have gone lings around the back for this round.
Yeah,
and that's a full die. Should have got the cancel. Now he's gonna waste all his lings trying to get even.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, that was a pretty good cleanup. He probably should have pounced on that a little bit sooner.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, he does.
Wow.
Lift up the Marines.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. He didn't have to lose that base right there, I feel. Or he should have canceled.
I'm pretty sure he had enough units to just take on that army, but you know, he just wasn't confident. He wasn't sure of himself, and he lost the base in the end. And now we're getting ready for round 2 of this push. This time,
his lings actually came in right at the end, like his reinforcements, but he didn't really need them. He would have been able to clean it up regardless.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary though, especially with these Hellbats, like against all those lings. Like, he trained really well.
Nice addition. Way to show me wrong. I said that they're pretty useless after the initial push, but he morphed them into Hellbats, and now they're gonna completely keep the lings off of this. But the Mutas are here. Mutas pick off. Gonna get the lings with the tank. Mutas are gonna go down, but they're pretty much just to buffer some shots, really, if they can from the lings.
Yeah, and he cleans it up.
Job. That was a good hold actually.
That was
not the best trade for TerraN there.
Yeah, TerraN, he like pushed pretty deep into creep with only 1 tank. Like, it was real bold of him to do that, and in the end he lost his army.
I don't blame him. I feel like even looking at the entire map, I was still like, yeah, he could probably do a good push here with the Hellbats there.
Yeah.
And then it just got completely smashed. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that to go that way.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like,
I thought TerraN had it.
That was the first time we saw the Mutas as well, right? Like, he didn't know that was going to be a thing, and maybe if it was just a pure ground army, like, he would have been better off. But, you know...
He should have expected something coming, though.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone stays on just Ling Bane that long.
I've seen Cham do it.
True.
Seen him do a lot with just Ling Bane.
Host or something.
Yeah.
So right now, 1-1 is coming up.
And I don't know if it's 2-2. It's 2-2, yeah. And I don't know if
it's too late for 1-1.
I don't know if I like this from TerraN. He's pushing out, which is good, but with only one tank, like I don't know.
But the units are pretty out of place for ZergLord. I'm sure he has more at home. I think this is just a Ling run by. But does he have enough at home to defend this? He notices what's going on, and he's not even going for the run by. He's coming back home. He could get a nice surround here then.
But the Ling's aren't here though to support. So.
Doing some nice damage at home now. I think TerraN's going to retreat. He only has one tank, so he can't really do too much damage.
Yeah.
And if more Lings come out, then ZergLord will easily hold this here.
Yeah, it looks like TerraN, he's going to be able to hold at home. Meanwhile, he's trying to push in here, and there are just so many Banelings.
Oh, no way. Yeah, just jump on it, TerraN. There's ZergLord. He split him pretty decently, but ZergLord is not overextending anywhere. He is kind of low on Lings. Oh, he went for the surround, and his Lings are going to, and Banes are going to come. He's actually got a huge mass of Banelings. Even hitting the tank with the Baneling, that's not normally what you want to do. But, yeah, now he's just trying to drop some Marines and take out as much as he can.
Yeah.
Get rid of Banelings. Oh, nice bait into the Widow Mines.
Yeah, transitioning into Widow Mines out of tanks, which is, I think, the right move from TerraN. Getting a couple Thors as well. Like, this is a pretty good anti-muta army. I just don't know if it's big enough to deal with the Ling Bane that's on the ground.
Yeah, the Widow Mines do pose an interesting threat, but the ZergLord is like about to max out on all his upgrades. So.
As long as the Widow Mines don't get sniped, okay, they all borrow, and it's all going to be about those Widow Mine shots. One of them does get wasted, only 3 left. Oof.
That's one kind of decent thing about the Overseers is they are a little bit slower than the Mutas, and they often automatically get target fired the Widow Mine.
Ooh, nice pickup from the Thor.
Nice pickup on the Thor, not to have it die, because Thors they seem like they do a lot of damage, but not to a clump of Mutas. If they do spread out a little bit and don't get damaged too hard, so they can definitely take out a Thor that many Mutas versus a Thor. And he's even going for a little Ling run by now, right past the reinforcements. And he's like, yeah, we're going to turn around, go home, because that is completely exposed. He might get a couple kills off of this.
Oh, has to be careful with those Widow Mines because of the friendly fire. Like, that's always... Oh, there are so many Widow Mines too. Like,
yeah, now there's a huge threat with this many Widow Mines. I'd like to see what the transition is coming here from ZergLord. With the full upgrades and everything, there should be Ultralisks or Hydras or some sort of Broodlords coming.
Yeah, we haven't really spoken much about it. There it is, Ultralisk Cavern. Both players are getting 3-3. They should get them. It looks like ZergLord is going to be getting them quite a bit faster. Like +3 armor is almost done already. But
yeah, and that many Mutas. I like just one Thor in there and then surround it by Widow Mines. And it's pretty much safe. Surround coming in from all angles except for maybe the back, and he's smashing through all of this. I don't know what those Widow Mines were doing. I could not keep up with what just happened.
Yeah.
But the Widow Mines didn't seem to completely destroy the army. There's still a lot of Banes left, and all the Mutas seem to have survived. And behind the 68 Zerglings are coming. TerraN's like, oh, I just destroyed everything. I'm about to go get this guy. But he does have larva, and he can spawn 120 Lings just like that. Now he can be able to hold this attack here in a second. Morphing in 24 Banelings. That's a lot. Even if he loses his base, he's already expanded to the north. And he should be able to be just fine here. Those Mutas are just doing so much damage with no medevac heal.
Yeah. We have TerraN kind of running out of steam a little bit. Like, he's down in bases, he's a little bit down in workers. Now it's really starting to show. He's kind of been stuck on like 4 bases. Meanwhile, ZergLord, he's getting his, 6th base?
Yeah. He's even got his Ultralisk upgrades coming. He's got some pretty good air upgrades already. Yeah, he's pretty much just upgrading as much as possible on everything.
Yeah, I mean, TerraN had a good start, especially with killing that 4th base, like, closest to the beginning of the game, but since then, he just hasn't really been able to deal any economic damage. He hasn't been able to, like, kill any drones or kill any bases, and
since the mutas are out, he hasn't been able to do any drops at all, because those were instantly shut down by the mutas.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe he could do some drops, but it'd be very risky. Yeah, look, these mutas are looking for, and that's why he can't do any drops.
That was 4 Widow Mines as well. Oh, oof.
Yeah, he's gonna try and go on this side, so that's really his best option is to go for the 1-2 punch. But as soon as the mutas are here, nothing here is getting out alive.
Yeah.
And it's just a couple Marines. That's not the best. Yeah, it's looking rough here for TerraN.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice he does, like, you know, distract the army a bit, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. ZergLord is supply capped right now, so, you know, he does have a little bit of time. Ooh, nice Widow Mine shots.
Come on, TerraN, just go mech. That's not what he's saying for game 2. He's like, game 1, I'll take it easy, I'll go bio.
Don't encourage him. Don't make him play mech.
But, like, looking at IEM, there wasn't a lot of mech play at all.
That is very true.
I didn't watch every single game, but I saw a lot of bio.
Yeah, there is this Ling run by, but it runs into so many Widow Mines and all these reinforcements that it just gets cleaned up. At the same time, this 6th base does go down from the ZergLord, so TerraN, you know, he is starting to fight back. He is dealing some pretty good damage, trading efficiently, but at the same time, ZergLord, he's expanding to the bottom left as well, and I don't think TerraN's going to be able to stop it.
TerraN's almost pretty much maxed out, and maxed out TerraN is pretty scary.
Yeah.
Like, if you gotta fight this face on, that's pretty scary. Because this entire game, ZergLord hasn't committed to any real attack. ZergLord has defended, sent, like, little Ling run-bys throughout the entire game. But there's never been one, like, I'm gonna attack you as ZergLord.
This is a little bit scary, especially because, you know, everyone's completely, like, upgraded out, like 3-3 from both sides. We have this pretty strong Bioforce, but I feel like we need Ghosts or Liberators. I don't know if he's seen the Ultras, because Ultras are just going to tear through this army.
Yeah, he's got to have some transition. He is making Liberators right now, and he is getting Ghost Cloak. So pretty much exactly what you just said. He's doing all of that. Be a professional TerraN player.
He does send out some drops. He clears up some supply, which is nice for those Ghosts and Liberators. But he still needs some time to start getting them out. And for some reason, ZergLord, he's giving him that time. Like, he's been maxed out for a while, but like you said, he hasn't really committed to a big fight.
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared right now, knowing that the opponent is just happily mining the entire game.
Yeah.
But like I mean, he's also expanding everywhere.
It's true. That is true. And he's working on some upgrades, but I feel like he needs, like, Vipers as well or something, or Infestors. Oh, but here we go. He's going for it now.
Good Widow Mine splits.
Yeah, he kites back. All the Banes go down. It's just basically Ultras, but the splits aren't quite there, and will he be able to break through? There's only 3 Ultras left.
Ultras going to be able to get through all that bio, but with all those upgrades, those Ultralisks have, I think, every upgrade they need. Every upgrade they can get, plus all the armor upgrades. Yeah, they're pretty tanky right now, so...
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be able to go through all that bio, but they destroyed that bio, and now there's nothing really left here to defend. And as soon as these reinforcements come, 18 Lings, 3 more Ultralisks for the ZergLord. That might be GG.
Yeah, I think he just broke him.
Oh my god. I didn't realize. Yeah, he just instantly maxed out again on Ling and Ultralisks.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, that's what I mean. Like, there were, like, 2 Liberators at the end, and I think there were some Ghosts, but I didn't see any snipes on the Ultralisks, and that's, like, what you need. Without that, we just saw him just completely just mow through that army.
Yeah, and you never really want to fight a maxed out Zerg in retreat. Like, he was running back, trying to bait through the Widow Mines, but...
Yeah.
Like, a maxed out Zerg can trade their army, and they have the larva to replenish it. And as a TerraN, you got protection, so you really have to be careful with how you use your army. You're supposed to tank up and take a good position to fight. But he just took the fight in a corner, backing up the stairs, and lost all his army. And now he's struggling just to stay alive here.
Yeah, and as you said, like, the Widow Mine shots were pretty good. Like, there was a nice spread, and he was running back into them, but, you know, all the bio just kind of clumped up.
What about the Ultralisk?
Exactly.
But what about the Ultralisk? What do mine are like little tacks hitting those big Ultralisks? I like the skin on them though. They look pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. There's a lot of horns.
Yeah, imagine you join the Marines and this is what you got to fight.
Oof.
The space army.
Yeah, and TheZergLord, he does kind of back off. He looks like he's trying to max out before he ends it. He is giving TerraN a little bit of time, but I don't know.
He caused so much damage. I don't think TerraN can really.
Yeah.
I mean, possible recovery, but I don't think TerraN has the right composition to take out what TheZergLord has.
Yeah, he just doesn't have any money. Like, he has no minerals at all.
Oh yeah, he's also broke.
Yeah.
That also doesn't help. Like there's no Liberators coming out. He's making Marauders, which is good, but I don't know if that'll be enough to fight these Ultralisks.
Yeah, TerraN, he's finally trying to expand and get a 6th base going, but the army's right here. It's going to stop him. It's going to deny him. There's already Ultras getting banked up again. 36 Lings on the way. And
yeah, this is looking rough.
Yeah, but a pretty sick game for game number 1. Not gonna lie.
yeah, it's pretty sick. I got exactly what I asked for. The longer TvZ with bio. What better way to start the tournament?
Beautiful.
Right here, I'm taking lots of out. We're at least getting somewhat close. I wouldn't say maxed out, but the army's looking scarier.
Yeah, slowly TerraN, he's building up his army. He's trading pretty well against just pure Ling. Here we go. He's committing to this fight. The Ultras have pretty low health, but there's just so much Ling Bane.
Yeah, there's so much Ling Bane. Even without the Ling Bane, as we've seen, this army can still get cleaned up just by the fact that there's 2 or 3 Ultralisks here. There's 4. GG. TheZergLord takes game 1. Oh man, is he gonna take out TerraN before we even see the true test of skills?
He could. We'll see.
I would always be kind of sad if he got taken out this early.
I mean, even if he does,
but I mean, TheZergLord's good, you know.
Exactly, right?
And we gotta remember Zerg is in balance, so no, I'm just kidding. I'm enjoying how this matchup has been going, but that was a great display of how it should be played. I haven't seen mutas used that late in the game in a while.
Yeah, those mutas lasted a long time.
Yeah, they were there the entire game till the very end.
Oof.
I don't know what TerraN could have done to make that any more better. Maybe earlier Ghost.
Yeah, transitioning earlier, he committed really hard to like that Widowmine switch, and it worked out for him. But towards the end, like they kind of lost some of their value.
It worked out until the Ultralisk came out, and then it's like, okay, now you need something to deal with that, and he just didn't make the switch into an Ultralisk killer. But game number 2 is on Zen LE.
That it is, and here we have him taking game number 1 in this best of 3 series, representing Brazil as well as Team the Bad. It is the Zerg player, TheZergLord.
And his opponent spawning on the opposite side of the map. It is a TerraN player. He is playing for Black Knight Gaming. He is also playing from Brazil, and his name is his race. It is TerraN. I like their clan tag. It's a nice little picture. Looks like a little wolf.
Yeah, it's pretty. Both clan tags are pretty sick, actually.
Yeah, they both have pretty cool clan tags. Yeah, I would take like a team jersey with either of those.
For sure.
The TheZergLord's clan looks a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with it. I think it's a Brazilian clan.
Yeah, I think so. I've seen it around, but I'm not familiar with too much about it as well.
But yeah, surprisingly, we have Zen. We're on Zen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty surprised they picked this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where else to go with that, but I was looking at this map. I was like, did they really pick this map? Do people like this map now? But it's a more interesting map because it does have the 2 entryways in the front.
That it does.
But I kind of like it. But I'm Zerg, so you know, Zerg's like lots of ways to get into the base.
Yeah, I've seen more of this map being played recently. I imagine it might be because it's staying in the map pool. Like,
yeah, this was a pool first into an instant roach warren.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe it was a gas. No, it was a pool first. I think, I don't know.
Yeah, regardless, he's skipping link speed to get faster roaches, so he will be committing heavily towards that. It's going to be all about this Reaper and scouting it, and I don't know if I don't think he's going to be able to get into the main. Like, he has such low health already.
So I guess it was just a regular opening into the roaches. I missed it. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It looks like it was.
Or gas first.
Yeah, he did. He had the lings out before the base was finished. The base was just finished.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he went pool first. He got 3. He already has 4 roaches coming out. I don't know if that's exactly how many. Oh, 6. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say you need more than 4 if you're gonna do some crazy all-in push.
Yeah, and this could work again because TerraN has no idea this is coming. Oh, now he does. Okay, now he sees the roach. And now he needs to prepare at home. He needs to, like...
Just 1 roach went that way. All the other roaches...
Yeah, you're right. Like, it was just 1 roach. Like, if it wasn't for this guy, like, he would have been fine.
To be different. Man. That's crazy. I wonder if he did that on purpose or if that was just the AI bugging out.
I imagine that. It's
unintended.
It's StarCraft the game, like being biased and trying to help out TerraN.
StarCraft in a quick little clip for you guys there. If you can take out the worker, nope, just missed it. But he should still be able to do this because it was not seen originally.
Yeah, I mean, the marker does finish. The units do get inside. There are Ravagers, so he will be able to bow down the workers, and he does.
Salvage it. Oh! That was like a basketball shot at the last minute.
Yeah, the tank is about to finish, and once it does, as long as it doesn't get biled down, he should be okay.
It'll get biled down once that Overlord comes in. Oh, the Overlord's going to get taken out. If it can just get enough time to get some vision on the tank, and they can get in and bile it down in range of them.
Yeah. It's actually pretty smart that with the starport, he decides to get the Viking to be able to deny high ground vision, and now
that Overlord is everything.
Yeah.
Some people even will get out a Cyclone to try and take care of that Overlord.
He lands the Viking as well, just to make sure he chases these down, but they do get away. But TerraN,
and he survives. Follow him for vision. This is cool. Yeah, I like the defense from TerraN. If it wasn't for that 1 roach, I had to stray away from the pack. He should have just stuck with the rest of the group, and he wouldn't give away their position. But it's gonna be another bio game. I feel like TerraN's gonna go for like a timing 1-1 attack or something.
Yeah, and I have to give the edge to TerraN now, just because the Viking does go down. But again, like, it was kind of an all-in move. You know, now his tech is delayed. He's got roaches now, and roaches aren't really what you want against bios. So TerraN, he can do a lot with this push. You know, once it gets up and running.
Oh yeah, there's 2 tanks out. So pretty much, Zerg has to sit at home and try and macro up and hope that he doesn't get hit by TerraN. And then he gets hit by TerraN and he loses. No, but if he can secure an economy right now and then get up a 4th base maybe before some real pressure comes, then he should be decent. But maybe he just stays on 3 bases and then just pumps out an army and goes for another push.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends what TerraN wants to do.
I didn't even notice I was wrong. It sounded about right.
for those in the chat who are familiar with it, TerraN, he plays in our like diamond tournaments. Like he's an actual player, TerraN. So yeah, it can get confusing sometimes, especially casting ZergLord.
Especially when it's the race is in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's unfortunate that those roaches were scouted early on. Like, imagine if there was no bunker down, and he just walked in there with some Ravagers and roaches, it would have been game over.
Yeah, yeah,
he was just
exactly.
down a bunker or a depot, walked inside, taking out the tank.
Not only that,
reinforced with lings.
if I think the Viking was a reaction to what he saw. So if he didn't have the Viking out, then the Overlord wouldn't have gone down, and you know.
Yeah, I think he knew exactly how to hold that once he saw it.
Yeah.
Which it... This...
Oh.
Cause...
Okay, just some lag there, but...
Whoops.
It's all good, TerraN, sorry, he's pushing in, and... he's getting kind of cornered here. There isn't that much Marine... There aren't that many Marines.
Yeah, it seems like he has just enough to hold all this.
Yeah. Did he miss his timing? +1 just finished. As soon as that fight ended. And there we have it. ZergLord, he pushes TerraN back, and now kind of swings in his favor. Like, Combat Shield just finished as well. Like, I feel like TerraN... I understand that he wanted to like push in and deal some damage, but it feels like he missed the timing there that he could have taken advantage of, and now
that was definitely a little greedy. Like,
yeah,
he was pretty. I believe he was pretty close or on creep for that fight, and ZergLord didn't even have Lings or Baneling speed done yet. So if he just stayed off a creep, he would have been a lot better position. But he got too close to the base, and now the doors are down, and this huge Ling run by going right into the base. And this is gonna be pretty. Actually, I thought this was gonna be like some detrimental damage. Only seven workers is bad, but that was a lot of Lings to trade for those workers.
Yeah, 7 workers and the tank. That's. I feel like especially getting that tank was pretty good, because again that kind of neuters this push, especially if he pushes out with 1 tank. Yeah,
it definitely takes the wind out of your sails. 2 tanks is a lot harder to push into as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
1 isn't that scary. Muta's coming out again, so I guess Muta's is a good response to this push here. So many Banelings are already morphed in, ready to go.
And he is getting his 4th up and running. Does look like TerraN, he's trying to deny it, and he may be able to get a couple of worker kills.
He should have. Yeah, probably should have. He waited a long time for that to pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah, he got the hatch rate pretty low, to be fair. Like,
yeah, and it's not like any more units showed up or anything. It was the exact same army still there.
This run by the.
Oh yeah, that's bad. A lot of friendly fire on the. You got a tank and. Too bad.
Oh, I like this though. But it does get spotted. Oh wait, does it get spotted? I think so.
He did have some army in play.
Yeah.
But he's going for the multi-pronged attack in this base.
Oh, the transfuse!
So low. He's gonna commit. He's gonna commit. He got it. Oh, that should have never happened. Zerg should have never let it get that low. But he's pretty good on economy, so it's not gonna cripple him right now.
That's 2 games in a row now where he's been able to kill the 4th. So
yeah, and it didn't help him last game, so hopefully it helps him this game.
Hopefully. I mean, this time, you know, the 4th was a little bit more committed. You know, he had all of these workers here, and now they're all forced to long distance mine, so it's pretty good. But
yeah,
the ZergLord does double expand behind this. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the correct response. He needs to just hold off until belt expansions are up, and then he can just secure a great economy. He's sitting on a decent amount of workers. I'm not sure if he's, once the bases are done, I'm sure to a high worker count. I'm interested to see where he stops droning at. ZergLord, that is.
Yeah, and it looks like TerraN,
he's bailing, jeez.
He's trying to push in, but oh the god, the supply count for ZergLord is just so high. Like he has so much Ling Bane.
Yeah, he's not gonna push off creep though, which is a good idea. He probably could and still win, but he's playing it safe.
Oh, he's pushing in pretty deep, but he does back off in the end, and yeah, he just has to be so careful against this army.
Yeah, he was really far away from his tanks.
Yeah. Ugh. And now they're kind of posturing. TerraN, he is getting +3 attack, which is quite nice. ZergLord, I think he's kind of forgotten a little bit about his upgrades. Like they're kind of being delayed a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna do here. Just run by.
Yeah, it's because he's waiting for Hive to finish. I think his Hive was late for whatever reason.
Oh yeah. This is pretty late. It's already 12 minutes. He's gonna go for a run by and it's not gonna work.
Yeah, and we do have that transition just like last game. We've got Widowmines on the way. We've got a couple of Thors as well.
Yeah. Does he have just one Thor or does he have a couple?
One so far, what I can tell.
That's what he did last time. He just had one Thor and never made any more.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a new strategy or if I just haven't kept up. But he did clear all the creep out in front of the base of the ZergLord, which is pretty good. Slows down the whole Baneling attack.
Still have this run by just
his 4th base down in like the south portion of the map. He is gonna see all the Widow mines now. Oh, and he caught it. A run by going right over there, and there's really not much to defend it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to bring the army back, and the army's walking into a bunch of Banelings.
Oh god, there's no splits either.
Oh, good connects, no splits, and these Lings and Mutas should be able to clean it up. He's not even using the Mutas to take out the bio. They're just going for the base, which is already guaranteed to die.
He has to be careful though.
Sacrificed all the Lings.
Yeah, he killed the base, but he lost his entire ground army, and now could be a good time to push. We do have a Ling run by here though, to at the natural.
Oh my god. He's just all over the place, and behind this, he's making like 100-something Lings, 5 more Mutas, and he still has a bank that is pretty fat, so he's sitting pretty good right now. He might even lose his baseline. And all these workers on the retreat are going to step into those Widow Mines if they do get a chance to retreat. Nice activation on one by accident with the Mutalisk.
Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good for TerraN. He's using a lot of SCVs at home, though at the same time, the Mutas are getting a couple of tanks as well.
Yeah, that base might go down if he doesn't repair it in time, but all these Mutas and Banelings coming into the Widow Mines is going to do a lot of damage. Good splits, a couple of good connects by the Widow Mines, but he still just has so much army. He's able to take out everything left here, and TerraN is just about out of steam. He is going to be able to take out that base. So he took out the 4th and the 5th base, which is really good, but he's not able to secure himself a 4th base, so his economy is looking pretty hurt right now.
Yeah, everyone's kind of hurt right now. ZergLord loses his 4th and his 5th. He's double expanding to try and get them back. Meanwhile, TerraN, he is also on 3 bases as well. He did lose his CC, but I feel like, especially with all these Widow Mines, TerraN could do something with this, potentially. It all does kind of come down. What he should do,
I think, is like defend with all those Widow Mines and secure another base.
Yeah. Especially because this sensor tower, it doesn't see up here, and like these run bys just are dealing so much.
He needs to close the doors, man. He needs to watch out for that.
Yeah.
He's kind of deep on the little portion of creep, the little creep island.
Yeah, and once again,
much army here
oh no, this time he has Marines at home to defend against the Ling run by, so he's able.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he denies the 4th. He's gonna be able to deny this 5th as well.
Wow, yeah, he's all over this one. I think ZergLord needs to split his Mutas, but it's not that easy when you got a bunch of Widow Mines out. But these drops are just, I don't even know if they're drops or if he's just walking the army from the 3rd base. He's getting pretty close to those Widow Mines, but with Mutas, you should be able to take out a couple Widow Mines and get out before any shots get off if Marines aren't too close.
Just have to be so careful, like dancing with those Mutas.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
has he produced any more queens at all?
It doesn't Doesn't look like it. His
He
creep
has
spread
4 queens.
is kind of stagnated. Yeah.
Yeah, his creep spread. He needs to get his creep spread out. Oh, and even this base isn't gonna be able to go up.
Yeah, and there's no creep here, so it's just so much harder to defend against these bases. In saying that though, oh my god, there's so many lings.
Go for it. Widow mines everywhere. They might do a lot of splash damage on the own army there for TerraN, and it was not the easiest or the cheapest cleanup, but it was completely cleaned up here by the TheZergLord, and all his mutas stayed alive, which are the expensive units he has, and the Zergling reinforcements are coming in. And the TheZergLord is going to try and get some damage with this muta ball right here.
Yeah, he has to be so careful with these mutas. He's going in pretty deep, and there's no missile turret here in the mineral line, so he's going to be able to get in.
If his Overseer goes out, though, he will have no vision, and that'll make it pretty scary if he sees any Widow Mines.
But he does, you know, finally, TerraN has a 4th base. It's actually mining.
Yeah. Yep. It's already oversaturated. He's going to go in for another Ling run by. Why is there no wall?
There's no wall. Oh my god. This is
just put a planetary fortress in there or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, he's gonna get some supply depots as well.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's rough.
But similarly, like, he has a queen. Like, he has a queen right here and a queen here, but there's no creep. There's no creep at all. Like,
I think he just gave up on creep. But where's the transition? No one's transitioning. He got his hive a long time ago. He didn't get an Ultra's Cavern. He didn't get fire. Well, he's just going pure Ling.
He's just trying to get his bases back up. Like, he's finally getting his 4th back up and running. He doesn't even have it fully saturated.
Yeah.
He just doesn't.
Oh, this is bad. He's getting a lot of mutas caught out right there, going down. But he's trying to get out of there. Thor still.
Oh, he's chasing it with the Thor.
Lings. Oh, couple Lings did go into that 4th base there. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do much though. Couple kills here and there.
They should be able to clean it up, and again, that
SCVs are the best anti-Zergling army.
It's like TheZergLord, he just needs a little bit of time, because you can see as we speak, like, they don't really have much banks, especially when it comes to minerals, but he does finally get his 5th base up, and he's just gonna need he's droning up as we speak to try and get his economy back up and running, and once he does, like, then he can start like getting ultras again.
Droning at the 18-minute mark is not something you want to do. 19-minute mark now, but yeah, this has been a real slugfest for sure.
Yeah, we've got mutas here, we've got Lings. Meanwhile, the main army is pushing in.
Oh god, that's a big army. I don't know if he's gonna be able to defend this with the Thor coming and Widow Mines. This is actually looking pretty good for TerraN. Pre-splitting.
It looks like he's gonna go for us around. The mutas are coming in, but they run into the Widow Mines.
Oh, all the mutas get taken out except a couple, and it does not look like he's gonna be able to clean up this army, and that just might be GG. TerraN takes game number 2. Wow, now we got ourselves a ball game. That's crazy.
Oh my god. This is crazy. There's already people waiting in the semifinals. We're still in the first round.
Oh my gosh. That is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's what I mean. Like, it's rough because this is the first time these 2 players are playing in Battle of the Americas, so their seeding
this should have been like the finals, honestly.
Like, the seeding is right really low. Exactly, yeah. Like, because it's their first time, they end up hitting each other in the earlier rounds, and
it's a slugfest. We get straight to the good games, folks. Y'all tuned in and y'all got one really good match, and then it's gonna be the finals. There's still more games to be casted, but yeah, this has been a crazy one. I did not expect TheZergLord to actually lose that one. Also, I thought he might have had that one.
Yeah. Again, it all came down to TerraN just denying those bases. Like, he kept killing the 4th and the 5th, and TheZergLord's economy was just like in shambles that entire game, as well as the creep thread, right? Like he just couldn't defend his bases.
Yeah, I think in this case it was oddly in favor of TerraN because of the small map. Normally it's good for Zerg because they can run around and attack, but he was able to hit all the bases and never really take any damage for it. I think the real problem was that the TheZergLord was actually not knowing. I guess he figured out eventually, but he was building towards TerraN. So TerraN had all of his army at the 3rd base, and he could just walk right over to the 4th base. Meanwhile, TheZergLord had all his army like in the center of the map or at his 3rd base, and it left him pretty exposed most of the game.
Yeah,
exposed and really close to his army.
Exactly. If the ZergLord had expanded to the west, like straight away, like it would have been a completely different game. Like the amount of pressure that each player could apply would have been different.
Yeah.
But
good play there.
Yeah, yeah. Well played by TerraN, bringing it back and. Okay, here we go.
Number 3.
Game number 3 between these two players here, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, losing that last game, but still tied up 1-1. It is the Zerg player. It is the TheZergLord.
And his opponent here in the opposite corner of the map, he is the player here playing for Black Knight Gaming, coming from Brazil. He is a TerraN player that goes by the name of TerraN. TerraN named TerraN versus a Zerg named Zerg.
It's beautiful. It's perfect.
Yep. And as we're seeing these games, it's like a match made in heaven. Like we couldn't ask for better games.
Yeah. I mean, these two players are from Brazil. I imagine they play each other. They play each other pretty often, especially because I know that there are a lot of like Brazilian like LANs or like internal like Brazilian tournaments.
Yeah, they got a local scene.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty cool to see these two players face against each other. Again, a bit of a shame it's in the first round, but yeah. Yeah,
exactly. I wonder how often they play each other.
Yeah, they seem to like have pretty, they're pretty comfortable like play styles against each other. In saying that, ZergLord, that bunker block, okay, interesting.
That was interesting. He must have just tried to get it as quick as possible and maybe hit a wrong button.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
Like, he denied the third. He was trying to go for it with those drones, and now he has the Reaper. So I think this is the first time that he can actually like deny. Oh, has to be careful though. Is he gonna get a drone?
The drones.
Oh, he got a drone as well.
He got it. Yeah, he got it. Oh, that was a nice block though. What was that? I've never seen that before.
Oh my god.
He pulled the drones and preemptively put them there to block the pathing of the Reaper. That was good. That was
wow.
Good. But he did lose a drone in the process, and he's been denied the 3rd base for quite some time now. He he wasn't even able to send a drone that way once the Reaper showed up.
Yeah. So
but TerraN lost the Reaper, so I feel like when you lose the Reaper, ZergLord's like, all right, now I can do whatever I want. It's like, where do I go from here? You are blind.
Exactly. So this could be pretty bad for TerraN if ZergLord was doing something crazy. Like if he had that Roach War in like game 2.
He's doing something crazy right now. He's going for the that little. He's getting actually no, it's not crazy. I thought the tech lab was. Is he gonna switch it? Yeah. So what are you doing with this tech lab right here?
Banshees. That's got to be it. Yeah. There's no fusion core, right? So.
Oh yeah, he's not even making one yet. Yeah, there you go. Cloak Banshees. That's usually like the safest thing you could do against not knowing what a Zerg is going for. So because if roaches show up and you got a Cloak Banshee, you're semi-safer.
Yeah. And again, we don't really have anything too crazy coming out from ZergLord. He's just been droning up. So these Banshees could potentially do a lot. There is an Overlord coming in though, and it will be able to spot.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he knows. Like, is there a fusion core back there? Nope. The little tech lab's wiggling. All right, cool. Banshees.
There we go.
Lets him know not to push, sit back, maybe drone up a little bit heavier. But also watch out for these Hellions.
He should respond. He should get those spores down quite soon. I imagine. Yeah, there we go. We have the spores.
Quick double gas, I think, in the natural.
Yeah, he's got his 3 gases. We don't really see what kind of tech he's going for just yet. He does have a lair on the way with 3 gases and still
no Roach Warren down yet.
Yeah, no Baneling Nest either. It's weird.
Is he going for quick mutas or? I don't quite know how to read this yet.
Yeah, it could be Nidus. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it could be Nidus.
With 3 gas, because mutas is typically 4 gases.
Yeah, exactly. It's 4 gases, so it's like what? 3 gases. It could just be like a big roach push, but you think you'd want to get gas now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for the Spire. I guess it's like a couple mutas. Maybe it's like a fake muta. Like he's gonna make 5 or 6 and then just go for some SCVs and go into fast roach production. Which I forgot who did it, but someone did that at IAM and it was pretty successful.
Yeah, so we do have these like a Spire on the way. We have that 4th gas, and if this goes unscattered, which so far it has been, this could just straight up win the game. Like it could completely catch TerraN off guard.
Yeah, it honestly feels kind of like crippling that there's not a Reaper with these Hellions. I mean, sometimes the Reaper doesn't do anything, but every once in a while you get a good grenade, you knock a queen out the way, you run into a mineral line. At the same time, you poke with the 2 cloaked banshees and you get some damage done.
Yeah. If these banshees decide to go into the main, he could see the Spire, but it looks like he's just here posturing at the 3rd. Yeah. Oh, he could get the 4th though.
He will get a cancel on it. But I think it honestly would have been more beneficial if he went to go see what was going on in the main of ZergLord.
He's gonna cancel it again?
Why would he try that again? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Take it right there. And he killed the drone. Now he has to send another drone over there. 7 mutas coming up.
Spire is done, but we do have this entire time there was a changeling here as well.
Yeah, we've even seen everything. So Bane muta now. Seems to be ZergLord's favorite composition against Bio.
Yeah. This does delay Baneling's speed, so it is a little bit late in comparison, but there isn't that much Bio, so maybe...
Yeah. And there's not an attack coming. And the mutas were queued across, or they are now being queued across the map, so they're going to try and go for the quick, early SCV damage since there's no AA.
Yeah. A drop goes across the map, so there are less Marines here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Marines to defend it either, and these mutas can one-shot workers, so they'll just go around all day picking up all these workers, and this can be some really huge damage, potentially game-ending, with 16 leans being made at home for ZergLord for the defense.
Is he gonna go for the tanks? He should, but he's just going for worker kills. Yeah.
If he takes the medevacs out, they can't really move around. Same time, drop going down in the natural of ZergLord. He does have a lot of lings. He was just preoccupied in the other end of the map. He'll be able to take care of that. There's a lot of macro, micro going on from both sides. They got to pay attention, fight on 2 different fronts while not forgetting their upgrades and builds.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of upgrades and builds, TerraN is not really going for any more upgrades. He lost a lot of SCVs there.
Yeah.
And
11 SCVs, a couple of Marines.
It was kind of bad for TerraN. ZergLord now has his 4th expansion up, mining happily. He's even going for the infestation pit and getting more mutas.
Yes, he's
as well as attack 1 for the mutas.
Yeah, he's being so greedy, getting all the upgrades. He's taking up. He's getting his infestation pit, and with this push, just doesn't look too threatening. Especially with all this Ling Bane. Oh god, he's gonna get a full surround as well.
Oh, this is gonna be game ending, I believe. Right here, going in. No Widow Mines, no real splash besides the 2 tanks. 2 tanks are gonna instantly go down.
The Bane's hit, and there's just a couple of bio left, and the medevacs go down, and that's the army.
Yeah, that was bad.
And he does have some at home, so he doesn't, he shouldn't die to a counterattack immediately, but like he's just so far behind now. ZergLord, if he wanted to, he could take a 5th, which he's currently doing as we speak, and he's working on his hive as well. He's just free to just tech up as much as he wants.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. His whole army was gone. I don't think he push. They did have like equal armies, but army was left at home, I believe, for TerraN to defend. So can't fight equal army with less army than what he brought. So I don't know. It was a pretty bad decision to fight right.
Yeah, it feels like TerraN was kind of pushed into fighting, like because so much damage was dealt. I guess he felt pressured to deal some damage, but in the end it wasn't the best call, and yeah, he just kind of lost his army for just trading, and it hurt him more than TerraN.
Yeah, and he has enough meters to take out this thing easy. Oh, nice heal on it.
Yeah, nice repair.
He hit 2 workers, but I don't think he lost anything for it, so not terrible.
Oh, but he's going again and does get the building missile turret. But again, like, he's just keeping TerraN at home. Meanwhile, we've got Adrenal, we've got Ultras on the way as well. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's the bad part as a TerraN. Once they make that Ultra switch, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Especially because TheZergLord, he's already like 2 bases up on TerraN, right? Like, it's gonna be so difficult to try. Like, TerraN, he has to try and do something. He has to like kill a 4th, just like he did in game 1 and game 2. He has to.
He has no tanks and he's going on creep, just madman. No tanks, just deep on creep solo. He wants to bait back into the Widow Mines, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh, it could.
Or is it? I lied. Caster's curse. I just doomed him.
Yeah, a couple good hits. The Lings do go down, but there's still a lot of Banelings left, and it's gonna be that's so many Banelings. Like, he has to split, like his life depends on it. But
yeah, that's so many Banelings. He's gonna have to keep going back. And he can't even get out of there because of the mutas. Oh, this is like a scary move.
And finally, the Thor shows up, but it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, he's a little tardy to the party. Even with the Thor, I don't know if that would have been enough to really do enough damage to these units, because he had Lings and mutas. All mutas stayed alive, as they have been for a while here. Creep spread is pretty decently out there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, the Widowmine hits were pretty solid. Like, he was able to clean up all the Lings, but there were just so many Banelings, and he had a lot of Marines, but he just didn't have anything to buffer, anything to soak up the hits. And if only like that Thor maybe and the rest of the Widowmines were a little bit earlier, like maybe something could have happened. But
yeah, good Widowmine connect there. Just a random Widowmine out on the field. Yeah, he's got to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. He's really got to do something that'll be able to combat this army. Like, I don't know what his right choices here, but as soon as these Ultralets hit the battlefield, it's pretty much game over, because like we saw in the first game, Widowmines are not going to be much to deal with this. That was a really rough Baneling hit, but happily mining on all his bases, he is more than able to replenish all of these Zerglings that are dying for the cause. And he doesn't have much here to defend. This army can just pretty much A-move, not really target firing much down. Nothing but a couple Marines left, and a Thor comes out, but Lings are really good against Thors, and GG's called. The TheZergLord has officially taken out.
We are officially out of the first round.
Yeah.
Wow.
About time. But that was a good first matchup for sure.
Yeah, that was sick. GG, well played, the TheZergLord. Just really, 3 games, like a couple of different variations. TheZergLord switching things up, going roaches in game 2, game 3 going for a really fast spire, and the mutas really catching TerraN off guard and just dealing so much damage across the map.
Yeah, I mean, it pretty much always ended up with the same thing: Muta, Ling, Bane. It's a good composition, but you really, if I tried that on the ladder, I'd probably die to one Widowmine. Because that really does require a lot of micro. The way he kept his mutas alive every single engagement, like, he would let all the Lings die, but at the end of that engagement, there'd be mutas left over.
Yeah.
I think that's really what kept him in the game. Well, every game, actually, all 3 games.
Exactly. Right yeah. Now, I mean, like we saw in the engagements, right? That TerraN, he kept like the Widowmine shots were pretty good, and sometimes it was enough to win him some of the fights, but in the end, because he was at such a economic disadvantage, like it just wasn't enough. He needed more than that.
Yeah, he couldn't hold on.
Yeah.